She had been here before with Nathan, when they had just started seeing each other. In the evenings, the upstairs area was dark and quiet, making it a favourite haunt for couples who wanted to kiss more than they wanted to eat. Gary's friend was sitting downstairs by the entrance, a copy of Wired magazine on the table in front of him, an iPhone in his hand. He had dark brown hair that touched the collar of his expensive-looking white shirt, and when she opened the door, he looked up and gave her a quizzical look. "Louis?" she said. He stood up and shook her hand formally. His grip was dry and warm, his wedding ring pressing against her finger. She guessed he was in his late 30s, but with boyish looks and a manner about him that she recognized well from working in digital media. London was heaving with men like him. Internet experts, consultants and freelancers who made a living advising others on how to do their jobs. He probably had a couple of kids at home and a wife who worked in publishing or TV. From his clothes and flashy watch, she guessed he was doing very well. After buying a mineral water at the bar, she sat down and they exchanged small talk about the journey, the weather, the magazine he was reading, which had a photo of Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook founder, on the cover. This led naturally to the topic she had come here to discuss. "So, Gary told me about your sister." He pulled a face. "Yes, and he said you might be able to give me some advice about how to use social networks to find her." Louis nodded eagerly. "Yes, the power of crowds. That's what it's all about. You have to get the word out there, spread it as wide as possible, so everyone is keeping an eye out for her." Uh-huh. She had a horrible feeling that at the end of this, he was going to invoice her for his advice. "Have you got a recent picture of, Becky?" "Yeah, sorry, Becky." "I've got one that was taken a month or so ago. Plus, I could always get one off Facebook." "Good idea. It's actually quite straightforward. The trick is that you have to create something that people want to share. It's marketing, basically." His eyes shone with excitement, and Amy tried not to take offense that he was talking about finding her beloved missing sister as a marketing campaign. He went on. "What job do you do, Amy?" "I run my own business, a website called upcycle.com. "Oh, what's that? Sounds interesting." "It's a website for people who are interested in crafts, women mostly, who want a platform for selling items they've made. Plus, there's a big community where my users exchange tips, advice, that kind of thing." I'm using his kind of language, she realized. "That's cool," he said, in a slightly patronizing way. She was sure he was about to ask her how much traffic she got, but instead he said, "So you probably know a lot of this stuff anyway." She shrugged. "I don't use social networking as much as everyone says I should." "A familiar story. Well, like I'm saying, you need to make your appeal have some kind of wow factor, a hook. I see a lot of tweets about missing people, but I rarely take any notice of them unless they grab my attention. Missing kids, obviously. That one always makes one pause. You have to appeal to people's basic human emotions. Women, you have to make them feel sympathy. Men, is Becky pretty?" "Very." "That will make things easier. Make sure you use the best picture you can. She needs to look pretty, but not tarty. The girl next door type. The sort you'd see advertising yogurt rather than perfume. And your story needs a hook. Not just, 'Have you seen this woman?' but something like, 'What's her job?' "She's a secondary school French teacher." He nodded deeply. "Perfect. Couldn't be much better. 'My school teacher's sister has mysteriously disappeared. Please help me find her.' You need something like that. Hey, maybe you could get some of her school kids involved." "No, you're right, that's too much." He carried on, explaining how to go about setting up a campaign, the best time to tweet, how often she should do it. He told her that her aim needed to be to get as many people to share it or retweet it as she could, so it spread as far as possible. "That's the power of social networks," he said. "If you've only got, 500 followers, that's not going to get you anywhere, unless a good number of them share it, and then their friends and followers share it, and it goes viral. That's the trick. If you can get a celebrity or two to retweet it, then you'll really be in business." As Louis gave her more details, Amy scribbled notes in a pad. Every 5 minutes his phone would go off and he'd apologize.